It's 2 o'clock and I gotta be up at 6 a.m. My back.
No one is ready for this one. Cardi B has once again shaken the internet. This time not with a diss track, not with an explosive live stream, but with something much more personal. She's opening up about her pregnancy in a way only Cardi can. And trust me, you're going to want to wait and watch the clip to see exactly what's going on, because the details she's sharing are raw, emotional, hilarious, and at times, heartbreaking.
It's 2 o'clock and I gotta be up at 6 a.m. My back hurt. I ain't want, no kids like this, baby. So my back, so my pelvis is on my chest. How you on my chest and on my pelvis at the same time? On my back, got me fucked up. This is gonna be the last baby in the next 7 months. No. I ain't gonna have a baby for a long time, Joe. I ain't gonna have a baby for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Baby just wanna lay down. No, baby don't wanna lay down, because when I start laying down, baby start kicking the shit out of me. And it's not nice kicks. It's painful kicks. Painful shit. I can't even fucking sleep. Funk said you're gonna have 9 kids. I rebuke. Don't even be put. No. Not fertile B.
Cardi B, known for her unfiltered honesty, took to Instagram Live to talk about the reality of carrying another baby. And she didn't hold back. With her signature mix of comedy and vulnerability, she joked that this will be her last baby, at least for the next 7 months. The crowd of fans watching live exploded with laughter and shock, because that's classic Cardi, mixing serious truths with playful exaggeration. She admitted one of her biggest struggles right now is sleep. With the baby kicking at all hours of the night, she said, "I can't sleep. This baby is kicking like it's training for the Olympics or something." And while the fans laughed, many mothers watching understood that pain too well. Pregnancy is a journey, and for Cardi, that journey has never been private. She puts it all out there, even the uncomfortable parts. But the story doesn't stop there. Cardi also made it clear that her boyfriend, NFL star Stefon Diggs, is absolutely loving every moment of this pregnancy. While she's tossing and turning, struggling to get comfortable in bed, Stefon is right by her side, marveling at every little kick. She said, "He's so happy. Every time the baby kicks, he's like, 'That's my baby.' He smiles like it's Christmas morning." The contrast between Cardi's exhaustion and Stefon's joy had fans swooning, calling them one of the cutest couples in the spotlight right now. What makes this story even more fascinating is how Cardi has balanced humor and seriousness. When she said it might be her last baby for 7 months, some fans immediately speculated, was she hinting at future pregnancies or just making light of her current exhaustion? With Cardi, you never know. That's part of her charm. She keeps fans guessing, laughing, and invested in her every word. This moment also highlights something we rarely see in the chaotic world of celebrity headlines: genuine family joy. After months of messy headlines about divorces, feuds, and drama, here was Cardi simply being a mom-to-be, cracking jokes about swollen feet and sleepless nights, while her boyfriend beams with pride. It's a softer side of Cardi that fans deeply connect with, because behind the fame, she's still a woman experiencing the ups and downs of pregnancy like anyone else. Of course, the internet took her words and ran with them. Memes popped up instantly, with fans imagining Cardi arguing with her baby at 3 a.m. or Cardi negotiating with Stefon about taking turns when the baby arrives. But beneath the jokes, there's a powerful story unfolding. Cardi B embracing motherhood yet again, on her own terms, while building a new chapter of love and family with Stefan Diggs. And here's where things take a twist. While Cardi is basking in the joy and discomforts of pregnancy, the timing of this announcement raised eyebrows. Some fans pointed out how this pregnancy storyline overlaps with the ongoing drama between her and her estranged husband, Offset. Could there be more to the story than Cardi is letting on? Or is she simply moving forward, unapologetically, and building the life she wants, regardless of the noise around her. When Cardi B said, "I can't sleep, this baby is kicking," fans immediately jumped into the comments, some offering support, others cracking jokes, and plenty just amazed at how transparent she's always been. It's no secret that pregnancy isn't easy, but when you're Cardi B, the world watches every detail. And that pressure? It can turn the most private moments into public entertainment. But let's be clear, this pregnancy isn't just about late-night kicks and swollen ankles. It's about something much deeper, a new chapter of love. Cardi is finally in a relationship where she feels supported, seen, and celebrated. Stefon Diggs isn't just standing by her side, he's actively embracing every moment of this journey. Fans noted the stark difference between her energy now and her emotional struggles during past pregnancies. In fact, one fan wrote, "You can see the glow on her face. She's tired, yeah, but she looks so happy. That's Stefon's love showing through." Another chimed in, "This is what Cardi deserves. A man who's excited about her, not dragging her down with drama." These comments reveal just how invested the public is in seeing Cardi finally experience joy after years of ups and downs in her personal life. And while Stefon is beaming about the baby's kicks, Cardi is keeping it all the way real. She told fans she's been craving weird foods, dealing with constant fatigue, and even admitted that at times she feels like her body isn't her own. "Listen, I can't even get out of bed some mornings," she said, laughing. "This little one is running me ragged and it's not even born yet." Her honesty resonated with mothers everywhere, turning the live stream into something more than just gossip. It became a shared moment of connection. But as always, the internet can't just let Cardi have her peace. The second she mentioned being kept awake by the baby, rumors started swirling. Some fans speculated that the stress of dealing with her estranged husband Offset might be impacting her pregnancy. Others pointed out how Cardi's humor about having her last baby for 7 months might have been a veiled jab at Offset, as if to say she's moving forward with Stefon regardless of the divorce drama. And that's where the tension lies. On one hand, Cardi is creating a beautiful, loving home with Stefon. On the other, she's still legally bound to a man who, according to her, refuses to sign the divorce papers. This dual reality, joy and pain, love and frustration, makes her pregnancy journey unlike any other. It's not just about expecting a baby. It's about fighting for peace in the middle of chaos. Meanwhile, Stefon Diggs continues to play the role of proud, supportive partner. Friends close to the couple say he's already talking about baby names, decorating nurseries, and making sure Cardi feels taken care of. In his own words, "This baby is already loved more than anything." And if there's one thing fans noticed, it's that Stefon isn't shying away from the spotlight. He's stepping up, proudly claiming Cardi and their child. For many, this is the redemption arc Cardi deserved. After years of heartbreak, public feuds, and betrayal, she's finally experiencing love without conditions. But can this joy last? Or will the shadows of her unresolved past continue to haunt her, even as she builds a new family? That's the million-dollar question. And as we peel back the layers, you'll see just how deep this story goes. Because behind the laughs, behind the late-night kicks, and behind Stefon's glowing smile, there's still unfinished business threatening to derail it all. When Cardi joked about this being her last baby for the next 7 months, it sounded lighthearted. But fans knew there was more beneath the surface. Behind every laugh, Cardi often hides a truth. And in this case, that truth is Offset. Her estranged husband still hovers in the background like a shadow she just can't escape. During her live stream, fans flooded the comments asking if Offset was bothering her during her pregnancy. Cardi didn't directly address it, but she hinted at her frustrations. She reminded people that she's focused on her new life with Stefon, saying, "I'm too busy watching my belly move to stress about anybody else." Yet those words felt like a warning shot. It was her way of telling the world, she's not going back. But here's where things get complicated. Offset hasn't signed the divorce papers. According to insiders, he's making the process difficult, attaching unreasonable demands and dragging out the separation. That tension weighs on Cardi, no matter how much she tries to focus on her baby. Imagine preparing for a new chapter while still being shackled to the old one. It's emotional torture, and fans can see it in her eyes. Some fans say Offset's behavior is all about control. One person wrote on X, "Offset knows Cardi is finally happy and he can't stand it. That's why he's playing games with these papers." Another added, "He sees her pregnant with Stefan's baby and he doesn't like it. That's jealousy in its purest form." Whether those theories are true or not, they've only added fuel to the fire of public opinion. And yet, through it all, Cardi remains unfiltered. She admitted she can't cook, throwing shade by saying Offset can get all the girls who cook, but he's still worried about her. That line struck a nerve. It wasn't just about food, it was about her independence. It was Cardi reminding the world that she doesn't need to fit into anyone's idea of a perfect wife to be loved or respected. The moment Cardi said those words, the internet exploded. Memes popped up within minutes, fans cheering her clapback, and blogs running headlines like, "Cardi reminds Offset she's doing just fine without him." But others wondered, if she's doing so well, why keep bringing him up? That question lingers in the air, and it's part of what makes this story so captivating. Meanwhile, Stefon Diggs hasn't missed a beat. Whenever the drama surfaces, he steps in with quiet reassurance. Sources close to the couple claim Stefon has told Cardi repeatedly, "Let me handle the stress. You just focus on the baby." It's a dynamic fans aren't used to seeing her in. She's always been the one fighting, the one defending herself. But with Stefon, she's learning to let go. Even just a little. This contrast between Offset's refusal to let go and Stefan's willingness to step up is what makes Cardi's current journey so powerful. She's stuck between two versions of love, one that tore her down and one that builds her up. And while she's clear about where her heart lies, the legal and emotional ties to Offset keep complicating the narrative. But here's the thing, Cardi has receipts. She said herself she doesn't speak without proof. And that means if things get uglier, she's ready to put it all on the table. That possibility alone has fans buzzing, wondering what secrets are still buried in this messy separation. So the question becomes, will Offset finally let go? Or is he determined to keep Cardi tangled in his web, even as she prepares to bring a new life into the world with Stefon? As the weeks go on, Cardi hasn't shied away from letting the world in on her pregnancy struggles. She confessed late at night that she can barely sleep, her baby kicking nonstop. She laughed, saying it's like her unborn child is already trying to have a dance battle in her belly. But behind the laughter, fans caught glimpses of exhaustion. Pregnancy is tough, and with all the external noise from Offset's antics, the weight on Cardi is even heavier. But here's what makes this story so layered. While Cardi talks openly about her discomfort, she also makes it clear she has support. Stefon Diggs has been her anchor. In one live stream, she admitted, "Every time I wake up tired, he tells me it's worth it. He's so happy the baby is kicking, like too happy he acts like every kick is a touchdown." That joy contrasts sharply with the bitterness of her unresolved marriage, almost as if two worlds are colliding. And then came the line that shook the internet. "Why can't he just sign the divorce papers?" That wasn't just a statement. It was a cry of frustration. Cardi doesn't usually let the cracks show so plainly, but here she let fans see the truth. Offset is still standing in her way. Now fans want answers. Why hasn't Offset signed? Reports suggest he's demanding part of Cardi's property and even wants her to cover his tax bills. When these rumors hit the blogs, social media erupted. "Is he serious?" One fan tweeted. "Offset trying to take her money after everything? That's insanity." Another chimed in, "That's not a divorce, that's extortion." It's no surprise, then, that Cardi hinted she's keeping receipts. In her words, she never moves without proof. And if Offset pushes her too far, she's prepared to make those private details public. Imagine the shockwaves if Cardi drops screenshots, recordings, or legal documents exposing the truth. It would turn a messy divorce into a full-blown scandal of the decade. Meanwhile, fans are split. Some argue Cardi should focus only on her health and baby, ignoring the drama. Others insist the public deserves to know the truth, especially since Offset is allegedly trying to manipulate her financially. The debate has created a storm online, with hashtags like #SignStandWithCardi trending alongside our Offset truth. And let's not forget the bigger picture. This isn't just celebrity gossip. It's about power, money, control, and independence. Cardi has built an empire from nothing, only to now face the possibility of losing pieces of it to a man she's no longer even with. That's why her statement about Offset still being worried about her hit so hard. It wasn't just pettiness. It was the frustration of a woman trying to move forward, while her past keeps pulling her back. Yet through all this, Cardi manages to keep her humor alive. She jokes about her cravings, her swollen feet, and the fact that this will be her last baby, at least for a while. Fans love her honesty, but they also sense that every joke hides a deeper wound. Comedy has always been her armor, but this time, the cracks are showing. And perhaps that's why this story resonates so much. Cardi isn't just a superstar. She's a woman fighting for peace while juggling pregnancy, fame, and heartbreak. It's messy, it's raw, and it's painfully human. But the question still stands. How far is Offset willing to go? And what happens if Cardi finally unloads the receipts she's been hinting at? And here we are at the heart of the storm. Cardi B stands on one side, pregnant, exhausted, but determined. Offset lurks on the other, refusing to let go, demanding money, property, and leverage. And in the middle? Millions of fans watching every move, dissecting every lyric, every post, every sigh of frustration. The truth is, this isn't just about one couple. It's about how power struggles play out in relationships where fame, fortune, and betrayal collide. Cardi may joke about her pregnancy, she may laugh about the baby's kicks keeping her up at night, but her words about Offset reveal something much deeper. She feels trapped in a limbo she can't escape. What makes it worse is the timing. Imagine being excited about a new chapter with Stefon Diggs, a fresh love, a new baby on the way, a chance at peace, only to be constantly pulled back by legal battles with the man you're trying to leave behind. Cardi said it best. Why can't he just sign the papers? That line isn't just frustration. It's exhaustion. It's heartbreak. It's war. And Offset? He's silent, at least publicly. No tweets, no Instagram rants, no rebuttals, just whispers in the blogs about property, taxes, and demands. Fans can't help but wonder, if he has nothing to hide, why doesn't he just sign? Why drag it out unless he wants control? Unless he wants to make her suffer? Unless he knows the truth Cardi is threatening to unleash could destroy his image forever? But let's not underestimate Cardi. If there's one thing history has shown us, it's that Cardi doesn't play when she's pushed too far. She told fans she doesn't speak without receipts. And if Offset keeps blocking her peace, those receipts might just see the light of day. And when they do, best believe it won't just trend for a day. It will burn through the internet like wildfire. Meanwhile, Stefan Diggs has been playing the role of supportive partner, cheering on every baby kick, posting cryptic smiles, and showing the kind of reassurance Cardi craves. Fans see the contrast. One man fighting to hold her back, another man lifting her forward. And that's why the narrative has become so powerful. It's not just Offset versus Cardi, it's Offset versus Cardi and her future. So what happens next? Will Cardi finally expose the receipts she's been holding close? Will Offset cave and sign the divorce papers? Or will he drag this out until the very end? Will Stefan become more vocal, stepping in to defend his partner? Or will this triangle spiral into something even more shocking? What's clear is that Cardi isn't backing down. Even in her most vulnerable state, she's choosing to share her truth. And fans are rallying, some calling for her to lawyer up and fight harder, others urging her to focus only on her health and her baby. Either way, the court of public opinion is leaning heavy on Offset, and the pressure is only mounting. And so, as we close this chapter, at least for now, remember this. Every kick Cardi feels at night is a reminder that new life is coming. A reminder that even through pain, betrayal, and chaos, there is hope. But until Offset finally lets go, that hope will always come with a shadow. So stay tuned, because if history has taught us anything about Cardi B, it's this. The louder the storm, the bigger the comeback. And this comeback? It's shaping up to be one for the ages.